Hello friends, welcome to the series of lectures on digital marketing and e-commerce, and I am Dr. Sujata Vishwakarma, Assistant Professor with Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. And today we are going to cover a topic of Unit 4, which is online PR and reputation management. So, before we formally start the particular topic, let us recall as what PR is and what public PR is. Public PR is basically the full the acronym given to public relation, and this is a concept that you all have already studied and gone through in your first semester, that is in the curriculum of marketing management. So, let us recall that what PR is or public relation is. Public relation is basically a concept or a marketing procedure where the companies try to develop a relationship with the public, and the public does not mean only the customers, it may mean any kind of person, which may be stakeholders, which may be media, which may be the existing customers, the prospective customers, and all those who are all around. So, the purpose of basically developing this PR is to have a better awareness among the people, to bring a brand awareness, to let people know that we are there, we exist in the world, and what is the purpose of our existence, and what are the things that we are into or what we are doing. So, public relation is a complete marketing practice where the companies do lot of activities, where the companies get involved into various kind of strategies and tactics to do it on a continuous basis. So, let us understand that how PR is developed online and so let us get started with it. So, let us have a formal definition of public relation. Public relation is a strategic communication process that builds mutually beneficial relationship for the company and with the people, with the public. So, the benefit that as I am saying that it is a practice of developing mutually beneficial relationships. So, let us understand that what is the mutual benefit. The mutual benefit to the organization is obviously that the company will be able to mark its presence among the public, and the public will get to know that what are the offerings. So, they will be accordingly able to use the products and services of the company. So, it is a win-win situation for both the parties, that means the company and the people all around. And companies do lot of actions, they get involved into the lot of actions, and so we can say that the actions of the corporation, store, government, individual, etc., in promoting goodwill between itself and public. So, public relation is not something which is limited only to the organization, that means it is not only the organizations who try to build in public relations, but it is also the individuals as like me, you, any individual, any celebrity, everyone, even people in politics, even in people in other spheres of life, also try to develop their public relation in order to succeed, in order to get more of name and fame. And it is also the government who does it, and so it is something which is applicable for every individual, and the purpose is to have a better relationship and have a better goodwill among the people. So, PR involves both the active promotion and organized response. So, how do we go about public relation? In case of public relation, the organization, individual, whoever is intending to develop a public relationship should get involved into lot of activities. Activities could be in the form of formal communication, it could be informal communication, it could be or it could even be in giving answers or replying to the queries, or being being proactive, actively responding to what the people are thinking about the particular company or the brand. So, moving further, let us talk about the online PR. Since we have discussed in all our previous classes that what is the concept of digital marketing, and we have understood in all our previous lectures that what online marketing is all about. So, we have understood that in the virtual world also, that means when the organizations mark their presence in the on the digital platform also, then also they need to conduct all those marketing activities which they used to do traditionally, and they need to adopt or practice all those activities, all those communication methods, all those marketing methods which they are doing otherwise. So, online PR development is also one of the practices which the companies need to get conducted even when they are having a I mean the virtual presence. So, the public relation how would a company, over here the question rises that how would a company actually start with the public relationship, how would they develop the public relationship. So, for this you can see that there are a lot of things, lot of activities that they can get involved into. The first obviously is the assessment. So, over here the companies evaluate their public image among the peers, the prospective customers and others, and they try to understand that what their present scenario is, or what is the present status, or maybe the present image that the company holds among the public, and accordingly they can set their goals at how they want to appear into the public, and how do they want to look like in the public. And so accordingly the first thing that the companies need to do is assess their present image. Then obviously by understanding the present image, they will be able to have lot of promotional campaigns, design lot of promotional campaigns according to the aims that they have. Then obviously they are also required to do lot of branding activities. Branding activities could be online, offline branding activities, where they can use lot of personal and corporate branding, or rebranding, or maybe clubbed branding activities. So, there are various things that they can get involved into. Then obviously the next thing is that they should also try practicing media relationships, and improving their media relationships, and this is one way, one tactics through which they try to manage the relationship with the media people, because media people are those who have a lot of influence in the society. They are the people who are a kind of intermediary, or who liaison the how what a person is, and how the society looks towards the particular person. So, having a good media relationship will obviously enhance the public relation of the company. And for this, for improving the media relationship, the company can get involved into lot of public functions, events, outreach activities also. They can also involve the media people, and to influence the society as influential bloggers, or even have a corporate patrons, or even industrial luminaries and others. So, I mean a continuous and a strategic involvement of media will obviously improve the public relationship of the company. The next thing that the companies can actually practice is social media campaigns. They can actually design very creative and very purpose oriented campaigns, which would help the companies develop lot of promotional activities. They can float down lot of contests. They can also inspire people to participate. They can inspire people to get involved into various kinds of discussions on the various forums or such kind of things. So, these things will be, and then obviously the company can circulate all these informations on the social media, on the various virtual platforms. So, these things will create a lot of buzz for the company, and people will get to know more about the company, and will start evaluating the company by the various kinds of information which is floated on the virtual world. And so the people will start developing forming a image for the company, and that is what is intended by the organization. Then the next thing that these companies can also do is float lot of press releases. So, press releases could be in terms of the various activities that the organization is doing, the various initiatives that the organization has taken in terms of of the corporate social responsibilities in terms of their day to day activities, in terms of their various product launches, or something related to their employees, or such kind of things. So whenever a company communicates such kind of information through the press to the public, obviously the people start believing that yes, this is what is happening, and then accordingly the people start forming image about the company. So these are the various kinds of things that will help the organization develop a online PR. Now, there are various techniques through which online PR can be developed. So, one is obviously, as I said, the social media, the PR activities, the various activities that we discussed just before. Then the community building activities, they can actually get involved into various kind of welfare activities for the society. Then they can also keep on doing a storytelling activity. Storytelling activity is as like describing that what their journey was, how they started, and what were the challenges that they had, or maybe the story of any employee, the story of some good practice, or it could be anything related to the company. And then content marketing, that means the company can also focus on what is the content that they are uploading on the virtual world, and they can keep a monitor that whatever content that they are sharing is good, genuine, very much related to the organization, but still has a lot of connect with the people. So a good content marketing will always enhance the PR and will always enhance the goodwill of the organization. Then we also have search marketing activities, when we can search out that what the competitors are doing and what are the different things that the people are looking forward for. The organizations can also keep a track on the various kinds of things that through the use of various analytical methods they can keep a track on the various kinds of information that the people are looking for, and then obviously try to be problem solvers also in this case. And then obviously social media monitoring, that means by marking their presence on the social media and by continuously monitoring that how people present on the social media are responding to the presence of the particular company. This is also one of the very useful and very popular techniques of the for developing PR. So these are the various techniques through which the company can enhance their goodwill, and if they do so, then they will be able to influence the customers, as I say, the customers, the prospects, the journalists and the influencers, the co-workers, that means their employees in themselves, the investors and the stakeholders, all those people who are into distribution, the suppliers, the government, the other public, who is still not the prospect, who is still not the prospect or not even the customer, but still the part of the society, even the government, and even the investors, that means the people who are investing, who are putting their money into the organization. All these will get influenced. Then obviously the job seekers, that means the people who want to get attached to the company, or for all of them these PR techniques will have a lot of influence, and so this will be for all of them. There will be a lot of trust and credibility which will get developed for the particular company. So for them, obviously for all of them, they will become very loyal, be it employee related loyalty or be it customer related loyalty. So this will again have a very good impact in terms of the bonding that all these people will have with the organization. Now moving ahead, let us understand the various online PR strategies which can be taken up by any organization. So the first is influencer marketing. Influencer marketing, as we have discussed in our previous lectures also, that it is one of the methods where the companies try to contact any of the influencer, and we had discussed in my previous class also that there are various levels of influencer who have influencers are basically those people who have certain fan followings. It could range from 1,000 to millions and billions also. So they have certain fan followings, and the fan following is not because they are endorsing a particular company, but the fan following is because of their personal deeds. So it could be any celebrity, any person in politics, it could be any sports person, it could be any individual from day to day life also. So by getting connected to these influencer marketing, to these influencers, and requesting them to get to speak some words, to write something, or maybe to speak on behalf of the company, is what influencer marketing is. So this is one very useful technique which is a part of PR strategy. Then the other is online PR analytics. As I said, analytics is basically a concept where the companies try to find out the statistics related to the day to day activities that are happening. So the companies can use this statistical method to understand that what is the percentage of people who are having a good image about the company, who are the people who are not having, who are having problems, or who are not having a good image about the company, and what are the problems. So accordingly sorting out, and then obviously trying to help those who are not having a good image of the company. And so these things will also help the company understand that how they can improvise on their uh, PR strategy. Then online PR outreach, that means obviously I mean the numbers have a lot of impact. So if the company tries to reach to the large number of people, then obviously that will obviously increase their brand awareness and the relationship with the people. Real time marketing, that means when a company is launching any product, at the same time, without editing, without cutting, if you are telecasting that, or if you are recording that and then showing it to the people, that will hold a lot of, I mean, credit and trustworthiness. That will increase the trustworthiness among the people. Reputation management is also one of the, I mean, methods, which is a background method where which we will be discussing obviously very shortly. And then viral and word of mouth marketing is also another mode of PR strategy, where we can float certain campaigns and we can make it viral, and we can I mean where it is sent to mass number of people at the same time, so that a lot of buzz gets created. So these are the various methods. Now, the online now talking about the online reputation, we have talked about the online PR. Now let us talk about the online reputation. So what is reputation? Over here, you need not confuse that online reputation or PR is same. Let us first differentiate between the two concepts. PR is trying to develop a public relationship. That means it is a practice where the companies tries to develop a relationship, and for that they get involved into lot of activities. While reputation is something which gets formed automatically by the various doings that I am doing. So I mean, I do not have a complete control on reputation, because whatever I am doing, for example, if for you all also students, the way I am teaching, the way I am communicating, you must be forming a reputation, you must be forming an image, and that image will lead to the various images among the various kinds of students will form a reputation regarding me, whether I am a good teacher or whether I am a not so good teacher. So this is reputation. So, for you to understand that reputation is something which is not in direct control. So over here you need to understand that it is basically a perception that is perception being that is held by the people regarding your presence. And the reputation is made by the contents that the company creates and shares. It is made by the customers' feedback, also the people who have already purchased your product or services, and then they have given a feedback. So that also, and content that have been created about your brand. So there are a lot of people, for example, the influencers, the other social media, even the public also keeps on writing lot of things or communicating lot of things about the particular brand. So all those together, clubbed together, forms a reputation about the particular brand. And so we can say that reputation is a behind the scene process which does not come in front, for which you do not do, but then yes, I mean, it is not a direct marketing, but then you try to improve it obviously by the various activities which we will be discussing it slowly. So what are the components of online reputation? For online reputation, the contents are the components are the way and what the content is being said by the company. I mean, whatever I am saying, according to that, you will hold a reputation about me, or you will form an image or a perception about me. The second is generating additional online content. The way I am generating online content, that means there is one content which the company prepares themselves and uploads on the on the various websites or the apps. Then I also, the company as a company, I can also request people like bloggers, influencers to write content about me, or I can also have share and anchor the various contents on the others websites also, if they are related to my to my product or service. So generating additional content is also one of the ways through which the companies try to develop a reputation. Then obviously, as I said, that we do not have complete control on the reputation, because there are a lot of people who will be saying lot of things about you. If they are saying good, obviously that is something very good about you. Good, but but all the people cannot say good about you, and so we should be very well understanding this concept, that there would be people customers who would not hold a very good image about may not hold a very good image about the company, and so dealing with these negative online data is also very important. And so for this, responding or replying to the comments, replying to the grievances, helping the customers by solving their problems is also equally important, and removing the defamatory content is also equally important, because if the defamatory content is there and is present on the virtual platform, then obviously the competitors will like to highlight that repeatedly, which may ultimately lead to bad word of mouth. So these are the various components of online marketing. Now let us understand that why reputation management is important for your business, because over here you need to understand that it is not one single person who is present online, it is the entire mass of the customers, the prospects, the government, the society, everyone is present online. And as a company, it is not only you, even your competitors are present online, and whatever is online is visible to everyone. So whatever information that is online, be it good, be it bad, will become viral, and it will have a reach, unlimited reach. So you need to be very cautious that what is your reputation, and you need to take certain actions to manage your reputation as well. So the reasons of managing your reputation is, first is the customers are present online, your competitors also present online. All these informations have a lot of impact on the customer's mindset also, and that leads to impact on the buying decision as well. And word of mouth, as we had discussed earlier, also has a lot of impact, because people feel it as similar as to the reviews of friends and family members. So it is again very important. And then obviously you all know that there is no delete option for anything which is present on clouds. So if any information, if any bad review also has come on the websites, that cannot be deleted. However, we would obviously try to do certain activities to remove the search, to reduce the searchability of such kind of reviews. So this is also very important, and you can get valuable feedback. You will be actually able to understand that what people think about you, and accordingly you will be able to improve your image, improve your working process, improve your product or service accordingly. So reputation management is very important. There is a lot of impact also of negative online reputation. That means if there is a customer who has not who did not had a good experience about your company, or had a unresolved customer issue, or holds a bad reputation, all of them ultimately will lead to loss of revenue, and the loss of revenue could be in the form of losing existing customer. It could also be in the form of difficulty in getting new customer, or it can also lead to financial losses. So we can understand that the online reputation will basically have ultimately lead to loss of revenue. So this is something which needs to be taken care of. Now How online reputation management is different from PR, this I have already explained you, but still you must understand that the aim of both the activities is very similar, that is encouraging the goodwill of or improving the goodwill of the organization, but PR is basically an external kind of activity where the companies get involved into various kind of activities to improve the relationship, while online reputation management is a reactive method, reactive strategy or tactics you can say, where it is basically taking care of whatever is whatever kind of information regarding the particular company is around and is on clouds, and that trying to take care that that whatever negative is there, you need to remove it, or you need to control it in such a manner that the spreadability is less. Now, let us have a statistics of online reputation management. Let us have a quick look on it, and you can see that 85% of the consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. Nearly 3/4 of the consumers trust a company more if it has positive reviews. 60% of the consumers say that the negative reviews made them not buy the product or service from the company. 49% of the consumers need at least a 4-star rating before they choose any business or any product or service. The consumers read an average of 7 reviews before trusting a business. Every additional 1-star rating causes an increase in business of 9%. So, this is very high and must be taken care of by the companies. Reviews that only gave 1 to 2 star failed to convert 86% of prospective customers, and especially about America. If you talk about Americans report that telling more, when you are very much happy with the company, then obviously you tell you tell only 11 people, but when you are dissatisfied with the company, you tend to tell to somewhere around 14 people on an average. So, this is how what happens, and you know that negative versions have lot of impact, more impact than the positive versions. So, the company should be very cautious about it. So, managing online reputation is very important, and so organization must decide on that how they want their reputation to be, and then perform audit activities. They need to assess themselves through the review, through the peer, through the customers, through their stakeholders, and try to have a judgment about them. Then they are also required to set online reputation management goals, according to which they will be able to act in future. They need to craft social media policies, that how they would like to get involved with the social media, and how they want what kind of informations they want to float into the social media. Then design a social media content strategy is also important, and enhancing the reputation through blog post, regular continuous good post, good information shared to the people will obviously enhance your reputation, and you need to obviously check it continuously. So, these are the various activities that an organization can do. Then we can also have a look on the online reputation management strategies. So, if you want to improve your reputation, you need any company must empathize with the customer and the prospects and the stakeholders, and then they must also stand in case any negative version is being said to them, and they must accept their mistakes and automate the responses, so that the customers feel connected and they do not feel that they are not responded to. They should also automate online reputation management, so that the CRM practices, automate CRM practices also, so that they are in continuous touch with the company, and you should try to focus on staying on top of the search. So, SEO is very important over here. There have been several big failures also, but these are the companies who still did lot of activities in order to improvise also. So, we have very common examples. You might be able to recall also the Samsung's explosive new smartphone, where one of the models of Samsung Galaxy Note 7 used to explode. So, that was one problem that was identified in the particular mobile with and the way they responded to it. Nike has a complete purely dedicated handling customer query section also. then Microsoft, KFC, Nestle, Uber, all of these companies, all of these big companies have also some at some phase of the time had faced problems in their reputation management, but then they were able to take care of it and overcome it also. So, with this I end up my session over here. For detailed understanding you may go to following references. So, thank you.